Hello everyone, welcome back to another video today. Today's video will be part of two of what it is when he's got into a world of helpless monsters. So yeah guys, let's get in to the presentation of today's what if. We start off with several goblins basically just doing basic military training that Izuku remembers from when he watched a lot of Japanese self-defense force TV, which is something new. So, and if you're wondering why Izuku would watch that when he could watch Heroes, it's because, well, due to quirks and all, the JDSF made broadcasted a lot of their techniques and adopted new ones, basically from around the world. So yeah, and what's continuing on. Izuku is Izuku is training new goblin soldiers to be ready for a battle. So yeah, he then goes into the mines where goblins are mining special magical ores that can, well, make stuff. Izuku grabs a red crystal, and then now we cut to him being inside a workshop where the crystal is now a pumpkin. So yeah, they're also using white crystals with wooden boards, which are being laced with metal, a special metal, titanium, which which there's actually a very high quantity of it within this world. So yeah, basically it was the bronze of this world, so much of it. So yeah, Izuku is having it made correctly to where it can be almost impenetrable. He's making houses out of them. Actually, no. He's making the walls line with them on the outside, using dirt to make concrete for houses and the inner parts of the walls. So yeah, Izuku then steps him forward before hundreds of goblin soldiers, also known as soldier knights. So yeah, Izuku asks if they're ready for battle. They they scream yes. One Several of them are holding the Imperial Japanese flag, which Izuku renamed to the Goblin Nation flag. This will be a reference in more videos to come. Always like, comment, subscribe, and let's get back into this video. Izuku leads a charge into the forest as people are now gathering at a village. As the king's army of this nation has ordered for the goblins to be killed. Izuku has sent for reinforcements via orcs. So yeah, but they'll be coming, but they won't be here soon. Will be here for a while. Izuku pulls out a saber and screams into the night. Soon, the goblins set the forest on fire. The forest that I'm talking about is actually, well, disconnected from the forest that surrounds the goblin village. As this village, with the trees around the village, were cut down to basically prevent a fire coming into the village. So yeah. Anyways, continue back on. Izuku Izuku looked forward as in a distance he could see knights and mercenaries catching fire from the forest, as well as supply carts being burned up. Izuku raises a fist as the goblins load cartridges into the M- the the Garen rifles. Izuku has them hold and fire. Suddenly, hundreds of bullets are raining down at the knights. People are wondering what type of witchcraft this is. A sorcerer holds up a shield, but it is shredded when bullets rain on it. Izuku keeps on moving forward. As as a new era is fallen upon the land, hundreds of people evacuate to the castle, where the king is holding civilians within and having anyone of fighting skills be outside the castle. Izuku sees this as they now find an abandoned village. Almost everything is still here. Izuku orders for everything to be taken back, and it is. They start crafting and build something, a type of transport that will defend them from arrows. So they load inside of the new transport, which is known as the Iron Chariots. Actually, no, an Iron Wagon. An Iron Wagon is basically an armored vehicle, yet it doesn't have any way to actually move by itself. So yeah, 100, around around 13 goblins are within the back of each one, while one goblin is in the top holding a rifle, and one is literally is steering it with horses. So yeah, Izuku is holding on to his saber as several goblins come back on horses. They are now telling some incredible news. Due to the fall of the kingdom's territories to the Goblin Nation, it has literally spread throughout the other kingdoms nearby. And and Izuku's pissed. He is wondering how is that good news. Izuku, goblins then say that since since other nations are coming to take more territory, they just and the good thing is they don't know it's a goblin army. They think it's a bunch of mercenaries in green. Izuku nods for a bit. Izuku nods and thinks about it and smiles. forward march. Our orc brethren will help us in battle. In the back of the arm, in several parts of the armies, orcs are carrying cannons, as well as, but they're not ordinary type of cannons. They are, well, a multi-ball cannon, a cannon that can literally hold multiple shellings. And these shells are not even the cannonballs shells, as this aesthetically it's a howitzer, or more of a cannon crossbred with a howitzer. Basically, it's a big ass cannon. So yeah, they're carrying these things oh, towards towards the kingdom. These things have around 14 shells inside of it, and are reloaded whenever it fires. So yeah, Izuku smiles, but starts to realize something. The only reason he's being leading them to greatness is he's actually using what he was able to learn from the game. He needs to come up with tactics because there is a very little knowledge of what to do in actual combat, facing several hundreds of kingdoms, with armies willing to, well, defend their homes. In fact, that's legit a thing. These kingdoms are so vast that, well, the reason is because, well, guess what? The kingdoms are based off of the game. This world was created after Izuku's death. God made this world for him, where he could be the most powerful person within. Because, well, he wasn't. He was ridiculed forever in his old world. He wants something better. He wished for a life where he can be the strongest. And at that night, God was listening to all prayers of the world. And he picked that one for the boy. He created a world where everything, the monsters were basically like in video games, helpless creatures. And so that he can have more sympathy for these monsters, God made one virus, a zombie virus that will evolve for Izuku. So yeah, Izuku launches a full-scale attack on the first Elven Kingdom, known as Elvesland. Elvesland is a kingdom ruled by elves and has an extreme hatred for goblins. So yeah, the bombardment of the castle are overwhelming the forces within. Within within 15 minutes, only 1% of the army remains. Iseku had won the war. Well, not a war, but the battle. Iseku brings the goblin chieftain to the throne and places him on it. All the elves within the kingdom bow to the new liege. The goblins have won. The kingdom is now under the oath of the Goblin Nation. No, the Goblin Empire. Anyways, guys, that's me for today. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'm sorry if it was very loud today. Yeah, bye.